Oh yes, guys. Welcome. I'm here again, and today we're going to do the transmission fluid on this 2015 Chrysler 200. The type of transmission, and I'll be showing it to you, that this car has in also the same transmission in the 300 and the Pacifica and some Dodge vehicles, because Chrysler and Dodge is the same thing. It is a 9-speed transmission. It takes 6 quarts of transmission fluid, just so you know, and the maintenance life on it is 3,000 to 60 is 30,000 to 60,000 miles. And in my next video, which is following this one, we'll talk about the importance of changing your transmission fluid, when to change your transmission fluid, and do you need to change your transmission fluid versus a flush. Yes, sometimes you might need to flush your transmission fluid, but right off the bat I can tell you that transmission fluid, you only flush them when you've neglected them. If you keep up maintenance and you don't have any metal shavings in your oil, in your pan, you'll need to flush them every 60,000 miles. Okay, so we're gonna do a different video on that, but how to change the transmission fluid in this specific car. So let's get started. Okay, so to start to change the transmission fluid, some mechanic recommend that you take off the driver's tire, and then you'll be able to reach between the suspension to get to the refill plug. Okay, these are sealed transmission. They don't have any oil pan, and they don't really have any refill neck, any dipstick. You have to pump back the oil into the transmission, and as we already say, it takes 6 quart. If you feel comfortable and you think it's safer to remove the wheel and try to reach, because you can remove the wheel and you can come from here and you can see the transmission housing. That's right where the axle goes into the transmission, because this is a front wheel drive, so it connects directly into the transmission. So you can reach underneath here if you take off the and some people pull this tie rod so it's hanging down, but that's just too much work to change the transmission fluid. And it may be a neighborhood mechanic, or maybe a neighborhood mechanic just trying to run up the bill on you. But I've went under there, mopped it out, and you can lay on your back, jimmy above, pull the plug, and pull the other one. So we're gonna have to get up underneath there and give you guys the location. Oh, also you'll need a T40 and a T50. For mine, the transmission plugs were 2 different sizes. The drain plug is a T50, 12-bit 50, and the top plug, I think it was a T30 or T40. When we get underneath there, we'll know for sure. Now, this is the ideal transmission fluid that I use, the Castrol Transmax Universal. I'm not a certified mechanic. I have been doing this for a couple of years. I am going to try and mix them, because this is what they had at Walmart when I went there, and I wasn't in the mood to drive any further. So I'm going to mix them, and this is 2 gallon, which will make the 6 quarts. And I'm not gonna lie, a little bit of change is gonna be left over, but we're like 1,000 miles late, or 15,000 miles late for the transmission flush. So a little flushing might be good for it. Let's get underneath the car and look at the transmission. Okay, so all of this is the transmission right here, and this is the drain plug. Okay, and on top of the very back is the refill plug. Right here It's this one to the very corner of the screen, this here. And it's a T40 bit to remove it, and that's where we'll pump back the new transmission fluid. And I'll show you the pump next. And this is the pump that we'll use to put the fluid back inside the transmission. So let's open up the plug and let the oil drain. Okay, so we finally got them removed, and it's time to pump back in the oil, as is the case with these sealed transmission. I did have them seized up, but we finally get them out, and we're about to pump in all the oil needed. When I looked it up, it says it needed 6 quart for the transmission, but this is all I got out, and 6 quart. The refill plug. And we're about to start pumping in back the transmission fluid. Okay, and now the job is done. This is what the new oil look like versus the old oil. Remember, the transmission oil change is very important in your car. For this 2015 Chrysler 200, it's a matter of pulling the drain plug, pulling the refill plug, and letting it drain. Remember to check your oil for metal shavings. If you have a lot of metal shavings in your oil, go for a flush, which is just keeping the drain plug open while you pump oil into the refill plug. And to flush it, you just need the same amount of fluid that is in the transmission to pass through it. So if it's a 6-liter transmission, you pump 6 liter through the refill plug, let it drain, then you close your plug, put some fresh oil. That's it. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and remember, we're doing a giveaway when we hit 5,000 subscribers. So subscribe now. King of Auto. Boom. I'm out.